Welcome to the worst of the best podcast. You wanted the best. Well, they didn't freaking make it! So here's what you get. From Canada, Ryan and Ruban.
Hey, welcome, Ruben.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Are we live?
We are live. We are on the interweb. People can see us, point fingers, and laugh at us, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
By all means, please do, everybody.
Send your hate mail to...
We actually have a Gmail. I don't know what it is, but if you really want to send us mail, just like us on Facebook. Send us a message to our Facebook page, and we'll get that message. So, by all means,
tell us what's the worst episode of our best.
That's right, because Ruben and I, we got about 40 episodes, or close to 40 episodes. Yeah. This is our third season, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Actually, no, we have more than 40, because each season I arbitrarily picked a number that every season would have 25 episodes.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with time or topics. Sure. It's just each season's 25 episodes. So we're on season 3.
Wow.
So we already have 50 plus episodes in the can.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so go ahead and listen to all of our episodes, and please tell us what you think is the worst of our... Because every episode is the best, right?
Yeah.
So tell us which one's the worst. All right, Ruben, welcome.
Yeah, we don't decide what the best is. We just weigh on what the worst is. We have yet to be wrong.
No, we've never been wrong in our life.
This is one of my favorite topics. One of my favorite topics.
Okay, well, we've done a few... We've quite enjoyed our conspiracy topics. I think we should almost do it like once a month. I find there's so many great conspiracy topics out there.
Sure.
Quite frankly, they're popular on their feed, so why not? You know, that's what people want to hear. They like a good conspiracy.
Give the people what they want.
That's right. And conspiracies are fun to talk about, let's be honest. Whether we believe them or not, they're fun to talk about. And when we did our Flat Earth episode, if you haven't heard that one yet, go back and listen to our Flat Earth episode.
Anybody listen to that one?
Yeah, people, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
We gotta listen. People listen to our show. We don't look. I'm not gonna tell you the numbers here.
You're listening right now.
You're listening now, but people do listen. I mean, you know, we're not Joe Rogan.
No, despite my bald head.
If you're listening to us on your iPod or phone or whatever right now, we're probably the least listened to person on your
list.
On your list. But thank you, dear listener, because we have them.
We do.
There are people that still come out to every show, so thank you. This is Antarctica, top 10 conspiracy theories about Antarctica. So the reason why I brought up Flat Earth, because Antarctica came up during the discussion. It'll come up during this one. And Ruben, you said we should do an episode on Antarctica. Well, Ruben, this is for you. We are doing an episode on Antarctica.
Thank you.
All right, so Antarctica is surrounded by conspiracy theories and ice. Both are unsurprising, considering that the continent is the most remote and the least understood on Earth.
Sure.
This is kind of where I'm not necessarily right away behind conspiracy theories, because some of them are just crazy when we'll get to them. Why is it such a mystery? I don't understand why we just don't put drones up there. We don't just... Now, here I am feeding those who believe that this... But why don't we just...
If people enjoyed bitter cold as much as they did hot, warm, tropical weather, it wouldn't be conspiracy. People are like, check this out. It's so cold. I love the cold. Let's go there.
But by nature, humans love to explore and love to figure things out and love to, like... I can't imagine, like, leaving any stone unturned. I want to know more about Antarctica than I think we know what's going on there. So, at the very least, some of the stuff that comes up here, I'm like, oh, interesting. So,
I'll say this. Whoever is conspiracy theorist or who believes these things to be true, that we're going to say,
right,
they will already know more about Antarctica than me.
Right.
So, who am I to say that these are crazy?
Yeah, so the thing about conspiracy theorists is they have some sort of knowledge that is, quote-unquote, true, that is... knowable or on Wikipedia that's kind of by all the communities it's been agreed upon.
Sure.
And
then they have their twists.
Then they have their yeah. So I don't have that, but let's see here. Okay, number 10. This one's crazy right away. Now, if you're on our live feed, you'll see this. If not, we'll explain it. But there is legit triangle-shaped mountains.
Okay.
But they look like pyramids, don't they?
I could see why somebody would say that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So in 2016, the internet went wild after 3...
Did it?
Yeah. Well, it I actually remember when this happened.
I don't.
Well, you must have been unplugged, Ruben.
Or maybe it was on dial-up.
So you were on dial-up, that's right. It took you a while to load this video. But 3 pyramids were discovered in Antarctica. This is not disputed, or 3 triangle-shaped mountains. The pyramids, we'll just call them, measured over 1,200 meters, making them about 10 times the height of the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt.
Oh, wow.
And this is strange, of course, because there's no record that any ancient civilization existed in Antarctica, obviously. But people are saying that if an ancient civilization built these, conspiracy theorists think it was 100 million years ago. I'm not sure why they picked that number, but they did.
So now they're just got some dusting of snow on top?
I'm not sure. And
there's no like snow in between them?
So science
is perfectly on the pyramid?
Yeah, well, so here's a video. We'll just show a picture of the actual... Try to get a legit photo or still of the video, because a lot of it's not. Because they talk about what ancient civilizations built things and...
Their extraordinary similarity to man-made landmarks, but there is no concrete evidence to suggest they are anything other than natural rock formations. Simply put, more evidence is needed to prove this is the work of an ancient civilization.
So, what's your thoughts, Ruben? I mean, without giving away the worst already, because we're only at number 10, but scientists say just that, what the narrator said in the video. There was a quick little shot of... You can go online and see the pictures. They're very common. But they're just saying that this is natural water erosion. Scientists counter that the supposed pyramids are either horn or nunatak mountains. A horn is formed after erosion washes down the sides of a mountain, making it appear like a pyramid. And nunataks are a category mountain that are so tall that they rise above the permafrost covering Antarctica.
You know, clearly those are pyramids. You know, 100 million years ago, only the dinosaurs could have built that, right?
Yeah, so that's where I'm kind of like not on board with their pyramids, because I love a good conspiracy, because I don't think we're always told the truth by the government,
well, of course not. Of course not.
And I think there's things in the world we just don't understand or just don't know, or both.
Yeah.
But sometimes the simplest answer might just be the right one. They're just mountains that look like a triangle shape.
Why are you so close-minded?
I don't know. All right, number 9. Now, I will say Germany and the Nazis have a lot to play in Antarctica. You'll see this in our top 10 list.
Okay, all right.
So the Nazis, Ruben, have a secret base in Antarctica.
Germany to Antarctica, okay.
Yeah. There is a conspiracy theory that the Nazis have a secret base in Antarctica. This idea began after conspiracy theorists discovered that the Nazis had launched an expedition to Antarctica in 1938, which presumably consisted of several military and scientific ships. But in truth, the Nazis, Ruben, do not have a secret base in Antarctica. There is no evidence that they made weapons with alien technology or tested any weapon in Antarctica either. Besides, the Nazis only sent one ship to the region around 1938 in search of new whale hunting grounds. They abandoned the expedition after the World War II broke out.
What a good cover-up. They started World War II to cover this up. And they're keeping that secret pretty tight.
So there's a base there right now, and some people think that Hitler fled to this secret base after losing the war.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. He just fled there.
Can you imagine losing World War II and then you live in the Antarctica? Like, I would just can we just go somewhere else? Like, why Antarctica? Especially
if your choice was Antarctica in the 30s.
Or just hiding in Germany somewhere.
Or shooting off your head.
Right.
Well, that's what he did.
But it's just interesting that, why Antarctica? I know, because you can say, well, it's a secluded base, he's hidden from the world, he's the most wanted man in the world. Who was it else that went to South America, fleeing?
Well, apparently...
was it Hitler as well? He went to South America, I heard, too.
Yeah. He's gone to a few things. Few places.
Maybe we should do an episode of the top 10 conspiracy theories about Hitler.
Hitler, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Mazel Tov. Okay, number 8. The lost city of Atlantis is under Antarctica.
I saw a documentary on this, actually.
See, the lost city of Atlantis, Ruben, I'm torn. I think something like this existed. I do. It's one of those weird things that I think something must have existed. There is evidence that there have been other civilizations that have existed on this planet that are now gone, but there's some sort of evidence that they existed.
Yeah.
But they seemed advanced or knowledgeable.
Sure.
But Atlantis, I think, falls in that category.
So what's the claim about Atlantis?
Atlantis
is under.
That's right. They claim, conspiracy theorists claim that the fabled Atlantis is under Antarctica. The idea kicked off in the 50s after Professor Charles Hapgood, a historian, suggested that
yes.
Antarctica was home to some undiscovered ancient civilization. And then Hapgood's belief hinged on the theory that Antarctica was not covered with ice 12,000 years ago. So basically he's saying, indeed, Atlantis existed. The only place it can be is somewhere we can't dig through, which is all this ice, but the ice was there 12,000 years ago, so basically Atlantis is under all that ice.
Okay, it looks like Graham Hancock has weighed on that as well. Author of The Fingerprints of the Gods.
Yeah, what did he have to say?
Those people migrated from Antarctica to the Aztec. They're the same people.
Oh. Okay.
He's a really interesting guy to listen to.
Yes, I've heard of that book too. You know you're an interesting historian when you've heard of the book that I've never read.
He's on Joe Rogan a time or two.
That's probably where I heard him.
And there's no ums and ahs in anything he says. He just goes.
Unlike us.
We're no Graham Hancock.
Or Joe Rogan.
No. I got the same tats.
Yeah, we got the same amount of tattoos as Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
You have the same haircut?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
All right, number 7. This one's actually interesting because it is true. There are rectangular icebergs in Antarctica. But they're not just rectangular, Ruben. They were built by aliens.
Of course they were.
I love how they're built by aliens. Like
Aliens.
That.
Hey, how come this is a rectangular iceberg? Aliens, man. That's like the only explanation.
But my question is, why would an alien make a rectangle of ice?
That's so typical of aliens. This is The Fingerprints of the Gods for Graham Hancock, his book. This is the fingerprint of aliens.
That's right. Scientists, though, they've countered conspiracy theorists saying these are not aliens doing this, but they're just called tabular icebergs, table, and they are naturally formed when part of an iceberg breaks off from a larger one. However, conspiracy theorists do not believe this. They say that the icebergs were either made by humans themselves or aliens, or maybe working together. Who knows? Maybe they were working together.
With Hitler?
Hitler, yeah.
He loved things that were square.
Yeah, it's true. Anyways, scientists have pointed out, too, that not every corner of these icebergs are perfect.
Look these aren't the best aliens that they're sending. You know what I mean? It's Earth.
Now check out this photo, Ruben. Oh, did you read the headline?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So this photo here, if you're looking at it live...
I am familiar with this one.
Okay. It looks like a couple tracks in the snow and nothing else around it. It is an interesting photo.
Yeah, it's very intriguing.
It could be a meteor, maybe.
It's probably just a UFO that crash landed in Antarctica.
Well, I didn't want to point out the obvious answer, but conspiracy theorists have already said this is evidence of an alien UFO that crash landed in the Antarctica. Now, it's a pretty crazy photo, and it's a real photo. The alien hunters reached this conclusion after analyzing a suspicious trail, which they found with Google Earth on the continent's surface. The trail starts from what appears to be a collapsed peak of a mountain.
So let me guess right. Somebody on the internet was this on Google Earth.
Yeah.
And they got the title of Alien Hunters?
An alien hunter, I think they're like Bigfoot hunters. They just go wherever they just go where the trail leads them, Ruben.
So they're on Google Earth.
Yeah, they're on Google Earth. I think they're specifically...
So the qualifications is...
They can go on Google Earth and look for suspicious
and
activity.
Then they say what it is, and therefore it's a story.
Yes. So I'm going to be...
That is crazy.
Well, come on now. They're alien hunters. They got something here. All right.
What are you doing tonight? We're going to be hunting aliens. Where? On Google Earth?
Yeah.
Like the same thing that everybody else uses?
Well,
yeah.
Google Earth will come up again. Don't you worry. So geologists don't agree, though, with the alien hunters.
I'm going to do my alien hunting on Bing.
Yeah, you could use Bing. They insist that this trail ribbon was from an avalanche. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, we just have to go there and find out.
Yeah.
Maybe if one of the flat earthers sent their rocket there.
All right, this one's recent, Rube. In 2019, it was reported that scientists from NASA and the German Aerospace Center had discovered a crater deep under the permafrost of Antarctica. And although it was only recently reported, the crater was first discovered during an analysis of satellite images of Antarctica in 2006.
I always find it very weird how long between it's discovered and it's reported.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that happen of like discoveries of Egyptian stuff or some arrowhead that was found. There's always a big gap between the two.
Well, the Nazis come up again, okay? So scientists are basically saying that this was formed by an asteroid that hit the Earth millions of years ago and caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. So this is pretty cool. So one thing we can all agree on is there is a big hole in Antarctica.
Sure.
A big crater.
Yeah.
And it almost would kind of make sense that the South Pole is the way it is, so kind of flat and desolate, you know?
Yeah.
Because of crater, right? However, scientists are saying this could have been the hit, the ground zero that caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. But conspiracy theorists say, they don't think so. They've suggested that the crater is part of a secret Nazi base that we mentioned earlier, and others believe that the crater was discovered during a U.S. Navy op to find the entrance into the Earth. They think the crater is that entrance. Welcome to the Earth. No, it's
the entrance into the Earth.
We can get into the hollow Earth theory later, not today, but you can enter the Earth. I know there's caves and stuff, but this sounds like this is like, come on in, check out inside the Earth entrance. So what do you think, Ruben? Do you think it's an asteroid that hit, or do you think it's the entrance to the Earth, or the secret Nazi base?
Clearly those Nazis are keeping a secret, and the U.S. Navy. All right, so I think it's clearly a portal inside the Earth.
Okay, so Ruben's going with portal.
I believe in all of these so far.
This one's interesting. Here we go. Number 4. Google knows something that we don't know about Antarctica.
I believe that.
Okay, but it's more than that. So basically, if you go to Google Earth, Ruben, and you turn on the weather, I think I forget what it's called, but you turn on the weather option or something like that, an X comes on. It points to what looks like near the center of the South Pole. So there's a picture of it here, and this actually comes on. So people are saying it's a computer glitch, a software glitch. People are saying, well, yeah, it's just pointing to the South Pole.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a weird...
X marks the spot.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, sorry, the point's right here where my mouse is. They're right there.
That X is marking that spot.
No, but it's not. It's pointing to...
Yeah, but I think...
Oh, sure, or something.
They're using that.
So they're saying that somebody inside Google Earth is trying to let the public know. So it's a mole inside Google Earth saying, hey, there's something...
Inside the Earth or inside the Google Earth company?
So let's pretend I work for Google Earth, and I wanted the truth to get out there.
I'm already doing a lot of pretending right now.
Okay. And, I create a software glitch that when the average user goes look at Antarctica, they will see something's there. They're letting us know.
There's an Easter egg given.
Yeah, it's an Easter egg by Google Earth. What it's pointing at hasn't been discovered. It's just there's something there. X marks the spot. Number 3, another crater. 2 craters in the Antarctica are entrances to a secret UFO base.
I love how grainy the photos are.
Well, they're satellite images. Let's be fair.
Okay, but still.
So there are 2 craters along the coast of Antarctica. So this is true. Both go deep below the surface into the permafrost as if something had dug its way in. Now, conspiracy theorists have jumped on board to suggest that the craters are the entrances again to the secret government facility, an alien base, or that secret Nazi base mentioned earlier.
Maybe all 3.
It could be all 3.
Do other parts of the world, do like Chinese people in China, do they have conspiracy theories?
I'm sure.
It's a Chinese base. Why is it U.S.? Why is it those like heavy hitters? Why is it not like France?
I don't know. I don't know if can France afford to make a secret base in the Antarctica. Maybe it's about money.
Yeah, I guess some heavy hitters.
Yeah, right. But Scott Waring, a UFO conspiracy theorist, said that the craters were formed by a UFO buried in the permafrost, and he claimed that he spotted the UFO.
Oh, wow.
In the original image that he viewed on Google Earth, but of course he explained that the UFO is no longer visible because Google edited the original image.
Oh, and he has the original image though?
I don't know. There is a link here. Do we have a...
Let's see what Scott had.
Don't know if he...
Scott.
Scott, you provided a link, but where's the original? I don't see a UFO in either of those images. All right. So the link doesn't provide that.
Maybe it's just the pure in heart.
Yeah. All right, number 2. This ties into our flat Earth discussion that we had. If you haven't heard of that episode, go to the flat Earth episode. Number 2, the Antarctica does not exist. So what we know, that landmass at the bottom of the globe isn't there. It's basically, again, that ice wall around the Earth.
Didn't Metallica Antarctica?
Well, Ruben, they did play the Antarctica, but that was all a hoax. They could have just played anywhere that was cold. And they just had people...
So they're in on it? And all the road crew?
You could argue when you're in a plane, look, when you fly,
sure.
I don't really know where I'm going. Like, I know where I'm going, but I don't know how I got there. You could have the GPS on the screen. Yeah.
All right, I'm suspending belief.
All right.
Yeah.
To be fair to Metallica, they just said, yeah, we're going to Antarctica. They land, it's a tundra. They could have been in Alaska.
So does this...
They could have been in Alaska for all they knew.
Does this theory then interfere with Scott's theory of that there's no Antarctica? That Hitler never went there.
That's right. So if this theory is true, that the Antarctica doesn't exist, the numbers 10 through 3 don't exist.
Wow, that's embarrassing for them.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what to say about this. They believe... Conspiracy theorists, this is interesting, believe that the British Captain Cook is one of the few humans who have ever seen the wall that surrounds the globe, or the flat Earth, apart from the government agents. Supposedly, Captain Cook reported seeing the huge wall during the 3 voyages he made to Antarctica. The wall covered the entire coastline, and he could not land anywhere because it was just too tall to climb. Now, I have no doubt that Captain Cook ran into some ice, but it was probably just a big iceberg.
Sure, there's a lot of
ice walls.
coasts and
yeah. But especially back then, before global warming, whatever you want to call it, the icebergs have receded. So back then, it probably had meant a lot of big ice walls, and there's some really big icebergs out there.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But what do I know? It was probably just the edge of the earth.
It's okay.
All right. Nazis are number one.
Wow, they're really hitting their rounds here.
So believers insist that the Nazis indeed operated a secret UFO in the Antarctica during World War II. They went all the way to the Antarctica to get away from what kind of imagery did they have back in the 40s? They could have done UFO testing in Germany.
No, who can watch? Who's filming it? Nobody's got their cell phone.
There's no satellites back then. Was there satellites in the 40s? Like satellite imagery or anything like that? Or
no.
So you could do stuff in your own backyard. No one's seen it.
Yeah.
I can't even see 10 miles from here right now. You're not seeing anything. But the Germans went to the Antarctica, Ruben, and they worked with and on UFO aircraft. They worked on weapons. It's all there.
That's okay.
Okay. So there you go. There's our top 10.
Oh, I can't believe I have a worst.
You have to. So basically,
I have one.
Okay, before you do, let me make sure I'm on the same page with you.
Okay.
So this one will just be which one is the most least likely. Is that what we say? Which one is the most least? Because there's a couple.
I'm not saying I believe in the other 9.
No. But which one would you, if you had to rank?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Because conspiracy theorists, to be fair to them, they're saying this is true or could be true.
Sure.
So we're saying which one of these 10 top Antarctica conspiracy theories, we're saying which one is the worst one. Which one is the least likely to be true. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me just see here.
You gotta think about it?
I will just give you... Okay, well... this is tough because that would mean the other 9 have more of a chance of being true. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yes!
Sorry,
It's right there.
Yeah. Okay, right. So both Ruben and I are agreeing, but we're looking at the screen here. So for our listeners, number 2, the Antarctica does not exist. So at the very least, I think I can believe
it exists.
It's there.
It's more likely that the Nazis are hiding UFOs in Antarctica than Antarctica not existing.
That's true, because you know what? I believe aliens exist. I think there's stuff out there that people have seen. I've seen videos on YouTube that I can't explain. So there's more of a chance that the Germans that were real and the Nazis that were real, and what I believe UFOs are real, somehow connected and worked in the Antarctica, than the Antarctica not existing at all. Okay, fair enough. All right, so that is our choice.
You are the worst! Antarctica not existing!
That's right. So remember, in front of every silver lining, there is a cloud, and we're there to help you find it. And today it was Antarctica does not exist. Remember to review and give us a rating on iTunes. Even if you don't want to write a review, Ruben, did you know you can go on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and just give us a rating?
Yeah,
you just give us. You don't have to say. You can literally give us a rating and just say. You can write the word "bye."
Yeah,
we'll take the rating. So it's not that hard. And go to our Facebook page, go to Twitter, follow us on those things. The Worst is the Best podcast. We're on every podcast app. So however you listen to us today, we come out all the time on our podcast app. Listen to past episodes. We're there. So if you're a first-time listener, go back to our back catalog. None of them are really time-sensitive other than the celebrity death ones. I mean, you can go back and listen.
They're still dead. So
they're still dead. Yeah, they don't come back. So go ahead and listen to those.
Tom Petty did almost for a day. You remember that?
Yeah, he did come back.
Just like, oh, no, he's not dead. Oh, no, he is.
It's a good thing we didn't record his episode until we knew for sure
that was a roller coaster.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.